Workshops and electrifying musical performances is what is in store for those attending the SA Podcaster Music Festival. The festival, which is currently underway at the Red Roman Shed at the Emperor's Palace, has lined up some of the best minds in the podcasting industry. To tell us more, we joined in studio by Festival Director Nicolas Regisford. Nick, a very good morning. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Thanks for having us, and thanks to the SABC for the love and support of our first event. We didn't even do it yet, and they said we'll support you, and hence we're here. So thank you very much to the SABC for your support.
Well, we had to support because we need to give a voice to a new phenomenon that is, made waves, and it was a definite hit. Let's talk about the future of podcasting. Just off camera, we're talking about that, the future of podcasting.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
I think the future is big. I think the future is potentially the biggest threat since Bitcoin.
Right.
And if you know what Bitcoin did to the unbanked, and is still doing to the unbanked.
It was a disruptor, eh?
Yeah, podcasting is the same.
Right, right.
Because it's the democratization of conversations. And it's allowed people who have not been able to use their voice to now use their voice.
And I suppose part of the conversation is whether a podcast will replace radio. Do you think it will?
Absolutely not. Radio is indestructible. Indestructible. There's a complementary role that podcasting plays.
Absolutely.
And it's still here in this country and on this continent. But radio,
yeah.
Think about it. Think about how much education is
I
going
like the
up.
fact that you say that it's a complementary element, because
Yes,
podcasting, there's certain elements that podcasts don't have that radio has, and vice versa. So they complement each other. It's not about, it's not a matter of one replacing the other.
Radio got better the minute we could put Instagram in radio.
Yeah.
The minute we could extend our audience to Facebook and to other platforms, radio improved. Because you could then see your favorite person that you were listening to and having a relationship with every morning or every day that you tuned in, and you had this mystery about how they looked.
Right,
so now podcasting has got a role to play in the boutique, in the mix of media. Do you understand?
Let's talk about the state of podcasting here in South Africa,
Sure.
and what has led to its growth, and how have South Africans responded to such a growth?
Access has led to its growth because access is low. The barrier is low. So many people can start a podcast. Right now, in the time that we were off mic, I could have recorded a 3-minute podcast with you about South African sport. And if I was passionate about that, I would have put the phone under your mouth and recorded it, had a conversation, put a top and tail on it. There's my episode.
Actually, we should have.
Why not? Can we do it now? Okay, no, sorry, we're on TV.
Yeah,
live,
but
national,
but that's what I'm saying. But it can be complementary. Whatever we'd be doing would be complementing what you're doing on live TV, because that's the whole concept of podcasting and radio. Let's talk about the panel discussions in this festival and the interactive workshops, and what are some of the major issues that you feel would be the sticking points that need to be threshed out?
Well, yesterday we spoke about the business of podcasting. We spoke about how is podcasting going to be sustainable for content creators, because content creators have a challenge in sustaining buying equipment, making sure that they've got nice looking sets, overwhelmed by the costs of actually paying a crew to edit the production. But then the response to that is, well, then just start with a phone.
Yeah.
Why do you need a fancy set? You try and it's imposter syndrome. One of the speakers said, like, forget imposter syndrome, just start. Start having conversations with what you've got. So that was a great discussion, a panel discussion with the Department of Arts and Culture, our sponsor, and SABC and Arena. We were all together having a conversation, different media houses, arts and culture in the room, content creators in the room, discussing the business and the potential of podcasting. That was a major highlight for me yesterday. Yeah. Today we're doing music. And we're doing this with the Music Arena. Okay. We're working with Gallo Records, Content Connect Africa. We're working with a team of people who are experts, along with people like Robot Boy, who's the hype, people like DJ Cleo, who's a veteran in the game, people like DJ Spoo, so that people into music can come and learn the same thing. So we had a podcast masterclass yesterday, and today it's a music masterclass. And the idea is to say, listen, this is a family. We create a space for you to come and learn and get more knowledge. And the idea is that we don't need to actually know your name, but if you want us to hold your hand and walk you into the industry where you can meet people like Gareth Cliff, Antos Stella, DJ Cleo, DJ Spoo, Robot Boy, you understand? Black Motion are going to be there as well today, sharing so that it's Youth Month. So that young, aspiring creatives, whether you're into music or podcasting, or if you're a photographer, there's some value for you in the room. because now music is about being a brand. It's not like how it used to be.
What about the fusion, though? The fusion of music and podcasting? Because I would imagine some people still believe that podcasting is simply talk radio. I mean, there's no music element there. Like, there's no live interaction or live interactivity.
I love the fact that it asks the question, like, how do you do music and podcasting? Well, I look at it like this. Most people are into two things, music and podcasting. So what I'm trying to say is that you definitely listen to music and you pretty certain you know what a podcast is.
So there cannot be a nexus or a fusion between the two?
There can be a fusion, but maybe that's your opportunity to create a podcast that is a music and fusion story. We're fusing the areas of interest to bring people into a room around education. And then the second thing is network. Gareth Cliff is walking around yesterday. John Savage is walking around yesterday. Today, Robot Boy is going to be walking around. He built his brand by using a phone and doing funny stuff on his phone. McDonald's, other brands have seen it, paid him, helped him elevate. More Fire is his people. You understand? So there's a trajectory for everybody. Don't follow nobody. Get in the room, get in your lane, get the knowledge, and walk. And what we're saying as people that put on an event like this is that some people are just scared to start. They've got so much talent. They've got a gift, but they're scared to start. So we hope...
When do I need to start? You said earlier on that all it takes is a phone. So what exactly do I need to start a podcast?
A phone, a conversation, a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you and I are going to do a conversation on our beards, we're going to call it the Beard Podcast. Welcome to the Beard Podcast. Today we're talking about beard oils and how you can make them at home. I'm here with our special guest. He mixes a beard treatment. This is how you do it. You put oil, lemon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
And then how do you get it out there?
You put it on a platform. So you've got YouTube. You've got distribution platforms like Spotify. You've got multiple platforms out there that will take your message to the world. For many years, content creators, producers, artists have been pushing for global exposure. It's here.
What do you think should be the steps to be taken to transform the podcasting industry?
Consistency, collaboration, and I think creativity. Because at the end of the day, either you're doing something that you are the only person doing, or you're getting a message out there that people need to hear about. You're informing them. So if my interest is in how you grow red radishes, then that should be my podcast. If I'm passionate, I'm passionate about education and communication. When I start my podcast, it's going to be about education. It's going to be about communication. It's going to be about confidence. Do you understand? I'm not doing it yet, but that's my lane. That's where I'm confident. That's where I'll never run out of knowledge, never run out of energy, never run out of information.
But unfortunately, we've run out of time. But is it too late, though, to partake in this festival?
No, come today. We're open. You can get a ticket for 100 Rand.
Look at that.
100 Rand, you can get a ticket and come in and be in the room with game changers, movers and shakers, and you're going to learn a lot.
Where?
Definitely. Red Roman Shed, Emperor's Palace, Ekurhuleni, and that's about it. Go to podcastandmusicfest.co.za and get in the room. Today's the last day. Make it happen.
Nicolas, lovely chatting to you, man.
Thanks so much.
All the best. Thank you. That was SA Podcast and Music Festival Director Nicolas Regisford speaking to us about the two-day event which is currently underway at the Red Roman Shed at Emperor's Palace in Ekurhuleni. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back shortly.
For us, it all begins with the pulse of our newsroom. Meticulous preparation is our mantra as we craft a midday experience that's a must-watch for both business leaders and leaders of the home.
We've made it our business to step into each day to bring you on point. The world of money is our business.
Factual, relevant, precise. On point.